in their diamond equivalent over there in the G League, which they were behind MRR and Turtle Masters, I believe it was in the end. So, and obviously on top of that, you got Orange Esports over here. These are names that if you've been around the competitive on scene, you should definitely recognize a bit of these names at least, including Mr. Ghosty, aka Mr. Ghost. You got Nico Kays, Shuyu, and Enkindler as well. We saw DreamHack even. So the only one I'm personally not familiar with is Rinflow Flow. I don't know if that's an alternate name or something like that, but those are some impressive stats right there in the public scene at least. So how about that? No, but again, looking forward to seeing what they especially. I think it's safe to say that they are the favorites. And again, they did very well in the G League. I think they finished first overall actually in the regular season portion of it. They just ended up losing in the bracket portion. Or you know what? I take that back. It wasn't first overall. They got penalized. That's right, for one of their games, and they ended up finishing second or third. But anyways. Point being, they did very well overall, and they're going to continue on with that. All right, so here we are in this game, picking up. Obviously, moving along here with the bans and the picks. As far as the banning stage is concerned, we had Ophelia Sandwraith, Parasite Scout. Orange Esports taking out the Sandwraith, actually. Kind of interesting there. Maybe, I'm sure they've done their research, and perhaps TYTG over here, known for running the Sandwraith carry. Perhaps running it very well even, so do not want to have to deal with it here. Sandwraith did get the change of the Staff of the Master effect, that's true. What was that change? Sandwraith, Staff of the Master. When using the secondary activation and teleporting to one of your illusions, all enemies within 400 units of there are feared for 2 seconds. And then are slowed by 15% for an additional 4 seconds. That's interesting, actually. So it's an extra CC tool as far as initiating. Now, the likelihood of getting a Staff of the Master on a Sandwraith, especially specifically for that reason, probably pretty low. Probably pretty low. But an interesting concept nonetheless. Now, again, I don't think that's why the hero was banned by any means. Just kind of funny comparison there. Anyways, moving along here, the picks. It went Tempest into the Keeper, so it's almost as if this is NAU right here. Fade into Lodestone. Engineer then picked up third. And then Draconis coming out for Orange Esports. So that's where it definitely gets pretty different. Again, Engineer, that's something I'm noticing off the bat here. It's only been 4 games now in total so far. But Engineer, he's not been valued as highly as it seems like he is in the NAU scene. I mean, it seems like he's banned nearly every game, if not first picked. Over here, though, we see him third picked frequently, it seems like. So, it's at least happened a couple times now. Interesting right there. But yeah, the Draconis on top of that, also a very unique pick. Haven't seen the Dragon for a while. Have not seen the Dragon for a while. We'll see what he's able to do here in this game. Tempest, Tempest, no, that wasn't the follow-up pick, it was Bubbles. Bubbles was the follow-up pick, already swapping around. Magmus, Nighthound, Pebbles, Moon Queen, Wretched Egg, and Flux, by the way, were the bans on the second set of bans. That's interesting. Nighthound thrown in there. Didn't we see that last series, too? I could have sworn we did. I think it was in the first game, even. Nighthound was actually banned. I don't know if he got banned in the second or third, but maybe Nighthound. Maybe Nighthound does something over there in the Southeast Asian scene. He did get that change with the Runic Shift. His ultimate definitely got buffed quite a bit. But, don't know if that makes him pick-worthy by any means. Yeah, it would be fun to see, though. But anyways, not going to see him here, because he is banned. Following it up, Deadwood, the next pick for Orange Esports. So they get the double tree factor. Deadwood Keeper along with the Draconis Lodestone. A lot of AoE synergy already coming out. A lot of beefy heroes, too. How are they going to be laning this, by the way? It is going to be a Jungle Keeper, most likely. Now that I'm looking at it, again, Niche not the biggest fan of that, but it looks like they are going to choose to run the Jungle Keeper in the end. Maybe figuring that they were able to get that Lodestone pickup with the second. Again, this was post-patch, though, so Lodestone did get those nerfs here.
Excellence.
I assume this one was post-patch as well. Yeah, it looks like it was. Pestilence, the final pick for Turtle Gamings.
Illumina.
And there's the Aluna final pick for Orange Esports, so they get their support in the end. But Pestilence, the final pick over here for Turtle Gaming. So again, I look at the lineup, and it's not a team with physical presence, really. So I personally am never really a fan of seeing that. When you get a hero like Pestilence who amplifies that physical damage so much, yet it's only him that gets to take advantage of it in the end, really. And not really anyone else, so not sure about that pickup to finish things off. And it looks like he's also very likely even going to be that short lane farming hero too. Curious to see how that works out for them. Probably going to see that Fade Engineer middle. Booyah! Switch that over there. Get a good aim with that. Yeah, people talking about the old Kraken ultimate being back. It basically is back, apparently. But it is with the Riftwalker ultimate with the Staff of the Master effect. And, you know, we had Riser on the podcast. It just so happened that the patch notes just came out that day. We were doing the podcast on Monday. And we actually talked about it a little bit with Riser and whatnot. And he brought up the point, out of all the staff changes, that was probably the one that's both the most realistic, as well as, you know, wouldn't be surprised if people may pick up Riftwalker. Possibly, I mean, Riftwalker's been considered a decent hero in the first place as far as support roles. I mean, overall, I think it's just there's better options and her laning presence maybe not as strong as others, but maybe enough. I know the Legionnaire too was definitely a big one for a lot of people, and I've already seen uproar about that actually in the forums and whatnot. So OP! Apparently it works on creeps. The Legionnaire Staff of the Master works on creeps too, so you can like execute a creep if you have no cooldowns left or whatever. You're about to die or something. I don't know. I've yet to try it myself, so get some mid-wars action going on. Sure, I'll try it. Berserker. Yeah, Berserker actually was decent too. I'm excited for the new staff changes, honestly, just in general. So I think it's cool that at least they're attempting to try to get it ultimate on every hero, I would assume. So it's kind of fun going over those ideas for them and seeing who gets what. Alright, so laning phase. What are we seeing here? Orange Esports, interesting. They actually send the aggressive dual lane here. They got Lodestone Aluna against what is a Pestilence Engineer in the end. That leaves a true 1v1 matchup of Fade versus Deadwood, actually. How about that? Then you get your tab matchup, Draconis versus Bubbles up here. Tempest choosing to go the aggressive jungle. You do see the pole camp block, but that was it. I mean, they didn't even block any of the other camps here. So I'm kind of curious as to what Tempest is thinking here as far as going the aggressive jungle. Not too sure about that in the end, but I mean, with that said, it does set himself up for possibly ganking this top or even the middle lane here a little bit easier. Granted, him being at the bottom lane, especially with the aggressive dual lane being ran here by Orange Esports, they're probably going to take advantage of that. I mean, Engineer Pestilence not the best combo, but you get Tempest at level 3. Coming on over, set up a nice gank, but you do see Orange Esports, they got it warded, both at the pole as well as here. So they're definitely preparing for that, but speaking of Tempest, he's going to the top lane for a gank. Draconis trying to push him away there with the breath. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Duck Dodgers there, playing the Tempest. Gets credit for the kill. Bubbles doing a lot of trouble, actually. He does not have Shell Surf. He does. He uses it right there, barely escapes. Tempest making sure to hero block. And Bloodlust kill going out in favor of Turtle Gaming's. So Draconis right there just got it a little bit out of place. And obviously Tempest, speaking of roaming in, sets up the kill. Well played. And now Tempest actually roaming a little bit and actually going to pick up the Invis rune there. Or excuse me, Illusion rune. And I think he may just be heading now towards the bottom jungle. So if anything, it's almost as if they did that to get that Bloodlust kill. And now make the adjustment. If that's the case, I actually really like that. Very tricky move there by Turtle Gaming. So see a Lodestone again. Aluna supporting him here. And actually, Kexton, it is going to connect. Pestilence running in, but not even close enough to get that impale. Kind of what makes that combo itself pretty awkward. Pestilence needs to get up there in their face to be able to get that impale stun, but and also Lowstone himself with that rocket drill. Not necessarily the best target in the end. We got Draconis right here. After that death, and in a matchup, I mean, when Draconis was big, we actually saw this matchup quite a bit. And once again, a dominating matchup for Draconis, it feels like. But obviously that death, stepping back a little bit, but he is 17-5 still against Bubbles, still without a creep kill. So that kind of shows you right there, wow. Bubbles does not have a creep kill. He has an assist, but he does not have a creep kill, unfortunately. Engineer bottom lane, gonna be caught right here. The impale stun comes out. Oh, but the Kexton pushes Lowstone forward. Almost helping to get him killed, but it does save him in the end. And also gonna buy time for Tempest to roam in. So Tempest being the MVP so far for Turtle Gaming, whatever they're called. And sure enough, 2-0 hero kill start, so Engineer barely living right there. And able to turn it around in the end, was his team at least, that's big. Again, I still look back at this Draconis and the fact that he is just destroying this top lane. And although it's been a while since we've seen a Draconis consistently at least, we all remember and we all know what he can do if you let him get that farm. So I still think just because we haven't seen him in a while doesn't mean he's a bad hero by any means. He is still a very dominating carry in the early game stage, and I kind of wonder if the build's going to be the same too, or maybe different now with some item changes. Bottom lane, Pestilence here, he's going to be collapsed on, and he eventually will fall. Bitch slapped on top of that. But yeah, the item build, and speaking of that, Smackdown killing the Bubbles at the top lane, so Draconis gets some payback from earlier. And able to take out Bubbles. So again, the MVP in Tempest, Duck Dodgers here doing what he can for his team. Yeah, he has the early Ring of Sorcery and actually 600 gold already saved up. He's running back to base right now. Feeling that he needs to get some regen, probably buy his boots there. Other than that, though, definitely drops off quite a bit right here. But yeah, going back to Draconis, something like that. The Null Stone. Whoa. That's unfortunate. Somebody's landing. See right there. Again, it is a replay though, so quick pause and come back in. The Null Stone into the Shrunken into something like the Savage or even the Geometers is what the build pretty much always was in Draconis. But again, I kind of wonder if that's going to change now with the introduction of Lightbrand. Maybe that Steering Light build, the Energizer as well. Bubbles once again being collapsed on. The root comes out. Bubbles Shell Serve, quick Shell Serve away. He will be fine. Tempest running in, not level 6. If he was level 6, that's probably a dead dragon. But he's not able to Elemental Void him, and Draconis will be fine. He even had Blazing Flat right there as a just in case. So he's fine. Or, never mind. He's actually looking to turn things around. Meanwhile, the top tower goes down. Keeping the Forest stayed behind to get the top tower. Bubbles gets caught right here. He's caught between the creeps. Caught between a rock and a hard place, and Deadwood ends up finishing him off. That was unfortunate for Bubbles. And now here we are, 6.5 minutes. What was a 2-0 lead for Turtle Gaming's is now a 3-2 lead for Orange Esports. And the GPM chart really starting to reflect what they're bringing here. 370 gold per minute on Deadwood. Draconis, he's going to get bigger and better. We all know what he can do. Again, with that Life 2 purchase, I guess it kind of answers my question. He still seems like he's going to at least go the early Sustainer, if not all the way to an early Nullstone here. Locked when it passes, he has that flight up. Oh, the power throw just barely going to be dodged right there. That was very close. If that hit, probably dead. Doesn't matter. Head smash comes in. Lowstone still OP, ladies and gentlemen. Here he comes with a Shatter Storm. Will it explode on Engineer? It doesn't matter. Another power throw. Mr. Ghosty lining those up. And gets the kill onto Engineer right there. So 2-0 exchange. And it seems like Orange Esports is turning on the throttle here. They're turning it on. And I don't know if Turtle Gaming's gonna have much more left in there for much longer here. Even though we're only 7.5 minutes in, this is definitely a scary team that can snowball very quickly here on Orange Esports. And it's almost as if we've already gotten to that point. Keeper the Force going to push this middle lane now. Bubbles does have Kelfoot. He's up. He is up top lane, though. He does have a TP, but not going to come in. I kind of feel like, yeah, there's the TP and vulnerability coming out. They do have a level 6 Tempest as well. Big Tempest ultimate. There's that Tempest ultimate, but Deadwood positions themselves perfectly. Gets the lock, though, to stop Tempest ultimate. The root does come out. They do get the kill on Draconis, but at what cost right here? Fade now completely trapped once again. Still using the trees. Great dodge. Oh, they dodge onto the rocket show right there. So Fade may actually get away. Never mind. Rotten Grass power throw. And down goes Fade. Ends up being a double tap right there for Deadwood. And the end result, 3 heroes are dead. They got Draconis killed once again, but they lost 3 heroes in the process, and the tower did fall in favor of the Hellborn team. So that is unfortunate for Turtle Gaming. So again, I feel like that's what I was saying. They definitely should have put it right there to try to defend, especially with the Bubbles level 6, and could not make it happen though. Pestilence is back at the bottom lane. He's trying to farm up. Also goes back to this Pestilence pickup too. May not have been the best. Maybe could have picked up the harder carry in the end. Again, I'm blanking on what was. Wasn't Moon Queen maybe left? No, Moon Queen was banned. Something like a Predator could have been decent here actually. Oh, that's buggy. Pestilence. 450 gold per minute right now for Deadwood. Astrolabe just purchased by Keeper, so he's got the ring and the Astrolabe already. Good news for our Legion team, not much of it unfortunately. The big start by Tempest has completely died off, and he was the only one. Doing very well here. Keeper the Force, he's going to be picked off here. Shuyu goes down. Nice pick off from Silver Ninja. Playing the Fade. Definitely need more of that here on this Legion side. Energizer just finished by Draconis, so he does get the live tube early on, but just using it for the region right now. Gets the Energizer. Still sitting on the red boots as well. I see people constantly asking about Emperor and Nova's team, by the way. I believe that they did not participate here in the Sound Blaster qualifiers. So for those that are asking about them, they didn't participate in this first one. I assume they're going to take place in the second one. I don't see why not. The second one, again, that's at the beginning of October, but there's also a lot of teams that didn't sign up for this first one that are planning to sign up for the second one. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. And again, obviously, that situation's new itself. Emperor, of course, just joining Nova's team, being their new 5th member. Probably feel like they wanted a bit more time before they wanted to participate in an event like this, but I almost feel like the next qualifier for Southeast Asia is going to be more difficult, so yeah. I'm not too sure why they didn't participate in this one. Anyways, we did see initiation down here at the bottom line. Engineer in trouble. Power through, it's all 3. Nice keg sound right there. It spreads them all out. Oh, he tries to get the kill to Lodestone, but Pestilence falls back before he gets gone on, so did not want to man up right there. Ends up falling back. Swarm going to be applied to keep it the forest. Giving them that vision. He's going in, actually. Throws the Impel out, but quickly running away as well. With that flight still up. In the background, Silver Ninja gets a pick off, doing a ninja-like things. Gets a 1 stun onto Deadwood right there. But he did not stun Aluna. And that might be trouble for Fade. He's going to fall back to the tower. Looks like going to be fine. We do see Bubbles, though. He ports in. Kelfield is up. Going to maybe look to use the Swarm. It's still on Keeper the Forest, but nice Energizer use right there. Shell Surf, nope, not going to port. The team is all here for Orange Esports, basically. Of course, Lodestone's still dead, but it's enough to scare off our Legion side here. And actually, Orange Esports are thinking about going back in. They have a root here ready to go. Oh, Tempest is in trouble. Tempest thinks the one that he's got the position. Rotten Craft's going to miss there initially. Legion team wants to really fire here. Bubbles running up. Here comes Lodestone. This is so changed to a 4 versus 5 in the process. Engineer's not here. There's the Kelvin in the background. Pestilence diving up onto Lodestone. Song on the scene in the background. But here we go with Draconis. No Cataclysmic Assault just yet, but he's putting in auto attacks. Down goes Fade. The chase down to Pestilence. Nice root right there. Locking up Pestilence. He goes down. Rotten Grasp on a Bubbles in the meantime. He's taking a lot of damage. He too will fall. Engineer finally gets here, but obviously a little bit too late. Tempest has an element to void. Not going to matter. They only kill Lodestone. They lose 4 in the process. And now Orange Esports going to heavily push this bottom lane.
The Hellborn takes down a Legion tower.
Easy tower kill, 12.5 minutes in. Orange Esports already looking at a 12,000 gold lead, 8,500 experience lead. And most importantly, on top of all that, they have a Draconis. Again, it's been a while since we've seen Draconis, especially on a consistent basis, but just to refresh your memory, this hero will dominate the game when he finishes both the Sustainer, or the Nullstone, and then the Shrunken Head eventually shortly after, so... And he's been very active, too. If he's been sitting back and farming this whole time, I mean, he probably would have at least already had the Nullstone by now. But he's been, you know, very active with the team, and understandably so. It's definitely been needed, but he's farming 413 gold per minute still. The assistant hero kill is definitely working for that. Yeah, Turtle Gaming's here in game number 1. Again, just do not have a whole lot going for them overall. Pestilence has 1,000 gold saved up, so attempting to get that portal key. Speaking of portal key, Nico Case on Deadwood already has his own. Again, the grayed out, I know that's been happening. It seems like I'm portal keys in bottles for some reason. I believe it's just because it's a replay bug. We obviously pulled these off the Southeast Asia or the Garena client, playing them on the international server. So, just might be a confusing. I know there's a couple of abilities too that were grayed out when they were supposed to be. So just keep that in mind when you look at stuff like that. Oh, Deadwood! No, he thought about Falconing Punch actually, but I think it might have been Faded Black or something. And now he's going to get caught in with the company. He still has a haster though. He's still trying to get away. The turret, the Kexat does connect. Oh my god, the power supply use. And actually he will survive. After all of that, he lives. Holy crap. And now the Hellborn team looking for blood. Tempest in the front lines. Rock Cross connects. The double damage. Low's done way too much damage. Nico K's on Deadwood actually, the one to even get the kill at the end. Talk about big plays right there. And now Fade trying to run away with the reflection. He's going to run to the forest. But big plays coming out by Nico Case right there. Not only dodging his death in the beginning, of course the Hastrian helps. Then he turns around and gets the kill onto Tempest in the end. And then meanwhile, Draconis the Dargon. The Dargon's farming the top lane. Picking up some easy farm at that. Did he purchase something? I feel like he did. Does he already have the Blessed Ore by chance? Probably would have it on him if he did, so maybe not. Portal Key just picked up, I think that was Keepers. Yeah, they already got it on Lodestone and Deadwood, so we're going to have a third Portal Key now here as well. Yeah, the new Deadwood skin. Oh wait, this isn't the new Deadwood skin. This is the Mushroom Deadwood skin. It's an older one. Deadwood has like 8 skins. Bottom lane, Lodestone, Keeper, and Aluna all pushing it. You got Pestilence, still no Portal Key. He's gonna sit nearby, not sure what they're planning to do here. Just if anything, he's trying to survive and leech some experience. Legion team, they want to make something happen. They don't have the best initiation though. We do see the flight coming in, the Swarm is applied. But Keeper the Force, a quick Nature's Veil, runs away. And he is going to be fine. So that initiation attempt right there, not able to come through. Orange Esports keeping them occupied, if anything. You got Draconis, though, once again joining his team again. He's not about sitting back. They're going to push this bottom tower as a team right here. They know they have a big advantage in that sense. You got Fade looking for that opening. Not going to happen, though. Tower easily going to fall. Fade, obviously, again, the initiation, they have no portal keys on this Legion side. Even if Fade opened, the follow-up would have been very lackluster, so definitely agree with that decision not to push right there. But in the end, another tower falls. He had 1,900 gold saved up on Draconis. That Nullstone coming along very quickly. The Blessed Ore purchase, and then the pattern after. So still sticking to the guns of the used-to-be route. Looks like it's still in process here. Again, I would like to see Draconis come back a little bit and see him build that Energizer Searing Light build. And then just... maybe just even go full Dawnbringer? Go Searing Light into Shrunken, then full Dawnbringer perhaps? I don't know. I don't know. You got the Blessed Orb right there. that is just about here. We do see Tempest actually. He's been sitting on this trinket or a refreshing ornament. I assume that's for his astrolabe eventually, but there's the Nullstone finish. Portal key picked up on Pestilence right here. Love replays. Also sitting on a Scarab, actually. Just want some kind of mana regen. He's got it with that, I guess. No stacking of the Ancients, not that point yet, so I'm just simply trying to do the Ancients in the process. Again, obviously we got Turtle Gamers trying to find any sort of farm they can get here. Unfortunately, that is not much. You look at the Ward of Sight situation, the Ward of Insights. You look at this even. Keeper of the Forest spreading out the Tree Dogs while they're doing Kongor. Just giving them maximum vision here of what's going on. And the Legion team, I don't think they even have a clue. I mean, maybe they have a clue in the sense that they haven't been on the map for a little bit, but...
Kongor goes down!
There's the Kongor kill. And now you got a Token of Life on Draconis. He has a double damage rune, only for 8 more seconds, though. Used it to go to Kongor right there. Already now the 2,000 gold saved up on Keeper. Shrunken Egg getting close to being finished on Deadwood even. Again, Pestilence, he does finish the Blood Chalice there, so turns the Scarab into that. He has the Portal Key now, like I said, but it's that... they definitely were lacking initiation. That helps with that, but he is very squishy right now still. Not having the amp damage on his flight anymore definitely helps with that, but Fade's gonna just scout out some information here. Maybe look for an opening, see if they find somebody by themselves. Possibly here in the middle. Well, he's going to try to open a Luna. Burning Shot. This is forcing it, though, I feel. Cole comes out. Bubbles jumps in. They do get the good to Luna, but here comes the Kratos. Keeper of the Force Root coming out. He does have that ultimate. He has a token, though. He may fall right here. He's not ultimate just yet. The big tap is ultimate, actually, as Lowstone comes in, but it is stopped eventually. Tempest going to end up falling. Draconis goes down, but again, he comes right back up with everything, and he is ready now. The Hellbourne team coming out on top big time of that fight right there. Bubbles the only one to survive, and he does port out just before, but you can tell TYTG, they tried everything to just get the kill on Draconis, which they got in the end. But with the token, they were happy with that. If you're ONG Sports, they're like, all right, you used everything, that's fine. Gonna come right back up, push the lane in now, and TYTG gonna fall further behind, unfortunately. So this tower is gonna fall very quickly here. Porting in somebody. That's a dangerous port. Tempest ports in, actually. The tower is going to fall in the end. They try to defend it. Pestilence jumps in. They want to hold right here. Kex on hits. Keep it the Force. In the worst, in a bad spot, he will get taken out. Deadwood on the run, but the Cataclysmic Assault was activated during all that from Draconis. You see the damage coming out. Bubbles will eventually fall. He got the initial kill on the Tempest. They're still chasing. Deadwood wants more. He's going to be gone on my Pestilence. So Swarm comes out, but it doesn't matter. Rotten Craft Pit Engineer. Down he goes. Fade comes up with the coal, but Deadwood making his getaway. Burning Shadows hits, though, but here comes Draconis now, and now Fade in a lot of trouble with the Blazing Flight. Lowstone to fall. Nice job with the Rocket Drill. And the head smash to finish him off. And the lead is it's just too much. Orange Esports is well on their way to taking the first game here. And moving on to game number 2. 22 minutes into this game right now. TYTG. They are going to try to fight to the end, it looks like, but nothing's happening. I mean, they just don't have nearly enough damage overall. Like I said, even with the last fight, I mean, sure, they were eventually able to get kill on Draconis, but there's still a good amount of damage surrounding that Draconis here on Orange Esports and the lead that they have, and 22,000 gold, 18,000 experience lead. You got Deadwood, he's level 15 now, geez, so he's very close to 16. This means a level 3 Willowmaker. So that is coming. Refreshing Restoration Stone for Keeper of the Forest is probably in the works. He's still sitting on the Little Red Boots, but there's the Slayer purchase. By Draconis just passing up the Shrunken Head. Feels like he doesn't need to this game. Don't blame him. Top tower, this is the last secondary tower, and this one is going to fall. Well, they try to defend it. I don't think defending is the smart choice right here. They're going to fall back. Delwood, look at what he's doing. Clear cutting through the trees. He has given us plenty of it. He has a Haste Rune, I think, that is bottled up. Yeah, Haste Rune bottled up here as well. Is it? Am I reading that? Or was it Invis? I don't know if it's grayed out or not, so I can't actually tell. It doesn't actually say, does it? Haste. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay. So it has the Haste Rune bottled up right here. Looking for that jump chance again, Legion team. They know that, and you gotta do something here. There's a jump from Pestilence. He activated his flight though already, so he's not gonna have that now to follow up. Hellborn team aware of that. So just trying to stall as much as possible here. This Turtle Gaming's clearly. Dark Shadows goes down, or Deep Shadows. But Lowstone, he's tired of waiting. He goes in, Pestilence takes the sun as soon as he jumps in right there. Fade's being locked out. Energy Field not in the best place, though. Down goes Fade. Now Bulbous gets the Calfoot out, but Draconis is ready. Hey, he has the Cataclysmic Assault up, but not even going to look to use it too much either. I mean, he kind of pushed up the lane, but realized, you know, they don't want to overcommit if you're ONG Sports here. So last thing you want to do is completely fill this game, so actually playing it pretty smart right there. Get the quick pick, fall back. Devil looking for another opportunity. Look where he's at.
The Legion takes
Deep
down
into the
Hellborn
base.
Tower.
Legion team got the bottom tower kill in the process, but here comes Loso. What gets it? Nice stun right there. In comes Pestilence, but Ron Grasp hits all three. Tempest still has an ultimate. He's not going to get it off though. The big Shatter Storm from Lowstone. Dev was just sitting over here this whole time, waiting for a better opportunity. Look at how patient they're playing by Orange. You know, we see it a lot in the NAUC that teams at this point, they'd be so far ahead, they would be diving into the base like crazy and just completely chasing for unnecessary kills. Orange Esports, they're playing this smart, man. They know what's on the line. They're just playing it very smart right here. They are not overcommitting. They're just guaranteeing the kills, getting the racks killed, and now falling back. We saw the Poaching Conceit obviously coming out, but may play this out just a little bit longer here. Ain't gonna matter.
A tough loss.
There you go. Poaching Conceit goes through. Orange Esports takes game number 1 over Turtle Gaming's here in this best out of 3. So congratulations to Orange Esports Malaysia.
A Legion barracks
Orange
gets
Esports.
destroyed.
I shouldn't say Malaysia. I don't think that's actually part of the team name anymore. Anyways, it is a best out of 3 though, so we'll see if they can sweep it up in game 2, or if TYTG can maybe force that third and final game. Again, this is for a spot in the group stages ultimately of the Sound Blaster Heroes League $20,000 event. Big deal right here. Game number 2, guys. Stay tuned. That's going to be coming up next. We'll be right back.
It's time to take your sound with you. Don't stop. Personalize. On the go.
Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm on my way.
Always ready. Ready for the best. Because we deserve the best.
Are you ready? Fight!
The all-new Evo Series headsets from Sound Blaster.